right, everybody, and welcome to Malice Moments. This is a new type of show, and basically it's like Kilroy, but I'm just like a bit sexier, possibly, and it's about my favourite moments with your mums. Do you know what I mean? Because I have been...
What are you doing?
I thought you were in Nick, Ted.
What are you doing? Is that camera on?
Well, it was, yeah. And
what have you done to me, shine?
Well,
Malice Moments.
Genghis nicked it up for us, man. It's class, innit?
Get out, get over your own side now, you cheeky sod.
I'll pass you back to Ted.
Cheeky bastard. Look at that. I'm not happy about that. Why have you changed that?
It's class, innit? Well, right, don't be knocking me, right, because I was being told of several people round the parish minds, so it's pretty true, that you've been doing some wrong stuff and you've been taken down by the big corporate lads. They had you. Someone from the Google machine had you in an headlock at one stage. That's the rumour going round.
Right, I'm going to clarify this in a moment. But first, I'm going to just change this to the new name of the podcast. Here we are. So it is now the Ted Hanky Podcast. It is no longer known as Ted Talks. Man, I've not been in prison, mate. I was at our Deriva's Christmas nativity, which I'll come to in a minute. But, I'll explain what's happened to the viewers, why we've had to change the name and why we didn't have a podcast last week, because there is a company out there, a major, massive global company called Ted Talks, who do TED Talks about everything, and they get millions of views, they've got millions of followers, and they sent me an email from their legal counsel saying I had to change everything that had TED Talks on. So I've been spending time doing that, Mala. You thought I got nicked for it?
Well, I know TED Talks, man. They want me on to talk about the Thornaby bin distribution. I've turned them down many a time, Ted.
Yeah, well, I've discussed this before. It's when you cross-contaminate, Cross-contaminate the recycling in the wrong bins. It's called bincest.
Well, aye, so, that's what it is.
I'll be honest, Mala, right, I'll bring up my old logo.
Yeah, well, aye.
There, yeah. And now I'll bring up their logo. It's a bit similar, isn't it?
It's a bit similar. In all fairness, Ted, that's a bit cheeky, that, isn't it? I mean, in all fairness...
No, they haven't copied off me.
Haven't they?
No. I've subconsciously designed my logo and it looked very much like theirs. And I'll be fair to them, the guy who I've been speaking to, he's called some big shot, like, hey, my name's Malcolm Lebowski or something like that, right?
Yeah, the big Lebowski.
He's been really understanding and he's given me lots of time to change all the titles of every podcast episode and replace the logo and stuff like that. They've been lovely about it, to be honest. They could have took me to court and sued my ass.
Well, you're saying this, though, Ted, right? But there was a couple of big Polish lads round here looking for you earlier. Well, aye.
Are you sure they weren't looking for old Julie?
Possibly.
Yeah. She's part of the catalogue club this time of year, and she, every year she runs off with the money. So they're probably looking for her, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ted Hanky Podcast, as it will be known as until further notice. We might run a little competition next year to rename the podcast.
Call it Malice Moments, because I've already done the thing.
You know, I've had some great ideas, like Hanky's Half Hour. But then my OCD will kick in if we do go to 33 minutes.
That's correct.
So it's probably not a good idea. But yeah, we'll have a think about it. But from now on, it is just the Ted Hanky Podcast in your ears, coming in your eyes. Better rephrase that.
Ted, right, can we just be careful here?
Yeah.
Because isn't it fake Was that a submarine there, Ted? I told you them Ted lads are serious, man. They're gonna get you with an underwater sonar gun. Right, you've got to be careful, because coming in your ears and your eyes isn't that fake taxi thing. You'll be getting sued off everybody soon, Ted.
I know, yeah, true, yeah. What we're going to do now is all the great podcasts that are videoed and produced online, they have a production manager, and you've never seen our production manager, Colin. So we're going to go over to Colin now and just get his thoughts on what he thinks the podcast will be like today and any topics he wants us to cover off. So over to you, Colin.
I don't know, just like do something about Christmas and that.
No bed.
Who's he calling an obed? Who are you calling an obed?
Doesn't like you, Mala, does he?
I don't like him.
Yeah. Why don't you like Mala?
Why don't I like him? Look at him, he's proper creepy looking. He creeps us out, man.
Yeah, he's got a point, like Mallory.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
I tell you now, right? It's not my fault Genghis impregnated him, was it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's leaving her ass out. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
You daft scruffer.
More from Colin later on. He might jump in and that, you know. But we've got a proper production team behind the camera now. We mean business. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm a little bit late today because I've been to old Dereva's Christmas nativity.
I can see what we've got going on there.
Well, it's that time of year. It's a time for giving. It's a time for receiving.
You've got like two, like what are them lads on there? Are they like cows with like
the mooses?
The mooses?
Yeah.
Is
not
that
the
what
ones
a moose
you're
looks
used to.
like?
Not them type of mooses.
I've never seen a moose
And I'm not on
before.
about the shambossy ones that you eat for your dinner.
Ah, right. Well, I've never seen one of them lads before.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm fucking narc stiff about this nativity, right? Old Dereva, right? If you don't know, call him Dereva because he's got a massive head like a footballer. Dereva.
Yeah, that's why. It's not because he looks suspiciously like Dereva. Do you know what I mean? And our Julie, she used to like go around cleaning the changing rooms and that at the Boro, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
Well, aye, just saying, Ted.
Anyway, do you know what role he had this year in the Christmas nativity? And I've never seen this before.
Was it bouncer number one?
No, that was last year. Yeah. No, he was the Christmas cabbage. The Christmas cabbage. Have you ever... when there's a cabbage featured in the nativity, he had to, right, because his head's massive, they sprayed it green, right, and, and he had to pop it through a hole in the table, and then they just put a green Jacobean ruff round his neck, so he looked like a proper cabbage.
Right, can I just, a couple of inaccuracies there, like for the Dereva's school. Was even a cabbage available food source in Bethlehem at the time?
It could have been. I wasn't aware of the produce availability back then.
Well, we need to have a look at this. Can we have any historians out there in Tedland come and tell us? Because I'm sure that a cabbage wasn't available back then.
I mean, I think Jerusalem was quite coarse conditions for growing veg.
Correct, exactly. I mean, if it was in Thornaby, you could imagine you could knock out up, you know, God's little green acre and that, but everywhere else, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's a good point, that, yeah.
Ted, why was he a cabbage?
I think what it is, right, they just wanted to make use of his massive napper.
Good.
Right, you know, and they'd ask questions like, they'd go, oh, what does the Christmas cabbage think? And it'd go over him and he'd just go...
They can't do that, can they? What, like he's a cabbage?
No,
They can't do that, Ted.
Produce, he's not like... You
No,
can't
so he wasn't
say that,
lying
man.
there like... No, like, you know, like when you're a cabbage, like
You're
everyone
not allowed
knows
to say
this.
that.
Of course, if you're listen, we are Teesside, we are proud.
We're proud.
If you are allowed to put a kid, dress him up as a cabbage in nativity, don't tell me I can't be calling people cabbages, because I'm not having it. Because you are putting kids as fruit when they shouldn't even be there, or veg. I'm not having this. Listen, woke world, just because there's 80 kids, right, in a class nowadays, doesn't mean they all have to have a part in the nativity. Some of them have to sit out. Do you know what I mean? Yep. That's just it. There's only one Mary, right? He doesn't have a harem of 16 bitches around with him.
There was 3 Marys in this one.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, Ted?
They did young Mary, they did Mary when she was on the game, and then they did
that was Mary.
old Mary.
That was Mary Magdalene. That was a different Mary.
Oh, is that the prosy one?
That's a different one. She was the goer in the Bible.
Right.
Well, aye. But, right, just because there's 56 kids doesn't mean they have to all be in the play. Some of them have to sit down. Yeah. I mean, I saw a football match at a primary school the other day, and it was 47 aside, man. It was ridiculous.
Mate, right. They had one kid, right, and I'm not being stereotypical or anything like that, but he's a mixed-race child, right, and they had him beatboxing.
That is, yeah, you're wrong.
So it was like how Dereva was like singing like in the middle, and they're all gathered around the Christmas cabbage. And
Dereva has a good colour to him.
Yeah, and they were going, oh, little town of Bethlehem. And then he was in the back going, boom, 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 yo, Bethlehem, bringing out now with the Christmas cabbage, yo, oh. And it went on for ages like that, and you could see all the parents like proper getting into it like that. All the mums were up, right? One of the teachers was dressed as Carol Vorderman for some reason. I don't know what she's got to do with the Christmas...
she's wanting a bit of Christmas cabbage, a bit of Christmas rhubarb.
Hot pants, knee-high boots, massive wangers.
Yeah, because all the dads are there. The teachers are sneaky like that.
always a
'Cause that's why
classic,
all the mums are like, look at that bitch there. Look at her teaching our deriva, right? And all the lads are like, oh, look at her, get in there.
You know
what you're doing, sexy teachers.
It's the best
Behave.
turnout I've seen from dads at the Christmas nativity, if I'm
Was
honest.
it?
Yeah, it was really good, yeah. And the amount of them who had the phones out, and you weren't meant to be phoning, and they went, so we're not taking pictures of the kids.
We're taking pictures of your
Safeguarding.
wabs.
We're looking at Mrs. I'm not going to say her name.
We're looking at the wabs, man. Ted, right?
What?
So, I believe, right, this is how the nativity should be set up,
Yeah.
right? It's seriously, right, you should have one Mary, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right, you should have a baby Jesus, which I believe, right, you should just dress a kid up and put the head there and like have a little body.
Yeah.
You know, like your man used to do where he dressed up as the teddy bear and he just had the head.
Yeah.
With a avid Mary.
Or if there's any children who have growth spurts.
Correct.
Don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
growth-
exactly. You can stick one of them kids in,
Yeah, like-
right? So there'd be a Joseph, right? But the Joseph's got a really, really good... You have got to play this part. He's got to be the best actor. Because
Yeah.
he's got to be like...
He's overlooked, isn't he, all the time?
Well, but he's got to be the best actor. Because he's got to be like... Not shocked that he hasn't banged her and yet she's having a kid. And he's got to believe that that's his...
Yeah.
When she's like, it's the fruit of God. And he's like, oh, yeah, of course it is. But you didn't come home the other week, did you, Mary? Oh, yeah, you got caught, didn't you? Sorry, yeah, you slept at your mate's house. Of course you did.
Well, no,
Do you know what I mean?
They covered that in this nativity. What they did was they said, and Joseph celebrated merrily the night before and woke up the next day and Mary told him she was pregnant. So Mary got him, it made out that Mary got him whacked.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
But he can't remember.
Wrong'uns in the Bible, man, all
Yeah.
over the shop. Right? But there should be a Joseph and he should be the best one because he has to be like that lad who's like, yeah, of course he's my son, of course he is. I love him like the rest of my kids, of course he's not good. But that's what he has to do, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
He's got to be the better man.
You've got to be you have to have three wise men. I don't want any girls in there. Listen, walkists, it's three wise men.
Yeah.
There's loads of roles for women. Who was that prosy that we were saying earlier? Magdalene can be there.
Yeah.
That could be a woman.
Sheep.
The sheep could be women.
Yeah.
But the three wise men, the three kings all need to be lads, don't they?
Yeah.
Because it's a king, it doesn't have a queen.
Shepherds. Sorry, women weren't shepherds back then.
No. There could be sheep though,
Yeah.
right? And there could be, like, obviously Mary Magdalene would be class one. And she'd be class because it is an inn, right, isn't it? So that's where they're meant to be, and then they have to go in the stable. And Mary Magdalene could be having a bit of business in the stable, couldn't she?
Well,
if we were directing it, that's what I'd do.
She'd be knocking out tricks left, right and
So,
centre.
like, there'd be, like, hay over the other side, and it'd just be moving up and down. And then, like, Mary Magdalene would stick around. Probably don't have kids involved in this bit.
I was going to say,
no,
fella.
well, do you know what I mean?
Sounds like a fantasy of yours,
Right?
this.
And then there has to be the innkeeper, who has to be a sturdy unit.
He's got to be a fucking blockhead, hasn't he?
He has. And, right, there's got to be a couple of bouncers at the inn.
Yeah.
Because who's turning up and he's like, nah, I don't have any rooms. Like, and Joseph's like, I doubt it. I've walked all the way here following that sat-nav star up there.
Yeah.
You could have the star.
Yeah.
The star could be somebody. You could do it like it was the Teletubbies and have a kid like on a wire floating past.
What, just laughing on?
Yeah, he could be the star. And then the angels, and all the angels could be birds, couldn't they? They could be the little girls. I'm fine with that. All the angels. That'd be class.
Teachers.
And the teachers, right?
I want Joseph when he goes and like he knocks on like the innkeeper's door. I want him to go, hey mate, we got any rooms in that?
That's what he's going to do in our production.
I've got none, have I? You're going to have to sleep in the fucking barn, aren't you?
Are you getting...
You know, a lass is up the duff, man. You can't stick her in the barn. I want fucking en suite.
Well, he'd be like, I've heard she's a cow. That's real sooner. But that's class, right? Because then you could have a couple of bouncers like there, a couple of lads, and they'd be like, doubt it, get in that barn now, or you're having out. And then the three wise men turn up, right? Now, let's be fair about this. Let's think about this logically, right? It's late at night. There's no room at the inn because it's Christmas, isn't it? So everyone's having a party because it is Christmas, right? And then they're all having a bit of a boogie. Then three wise men turn up with gold, frankincense, and this unknown drug called myrrh, right? There's three crafters, aren't there? Them lads have been out, 300-400 and all that, and they're turning up. And the wise men, because they've had a bit of Colombian marching powder and they think they know everything, so they turn up going, oh, I doubt it. Krav Magra's better than Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I doubt it. See, they're doing all that stuff, aren't they? That's what they're doing, Ted.
Are they chewing Joseph's ear off in a kitchen?
Well, in a stable.
Right.
In a stable. And then one of them goes, hey, mate, I've got loads of money, I've got wealth, I'm offshore and that. And he gives him a bit of gold, doesn't he?
He's got a Breitling sundial.
Then one of them gives him some myrrh.
Yeah.
which is probably some designer truck. I don't really know.
Or is it some type of qualification on rope access?
That could be.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got my mail level 3.
And someone's got some off-it gear called frankincense.
Oh, that sounds class.
Turns you into a Frankenstein. Oh, and like that's what they have. And they say, like, here, this is for the lad here, this is for the boy, but he can't have it until he's 18, man. So put it in some sort of trust until he's 18.
Yeah.
And then when he has a party, he'll be class. And I believe that when he was 18, right, if we fast forward the story here, something happened, right, where they did him in, didn't they? Right, and then they put him to bed underneath this rock, and the lad just rolled it out because I think he took the frankincense and myrrh at that point.
He's been on the
come back to life, and he just rolled this rock out, and he wasn't even there anymore. And people were like, "Where's he gone?"
Yeah.
And he was using the Frankenstein.
Yeah, he thinks he's dynamo, doesn't he? Jesus.
Well, he's to be fair to the lad, he's the son of God, man. So he's probably, do you know, like when. Like somebody's kid and the dad's like proper, like rich, and they've got everything, and the kid's just a bit of a dick.
He's spoiled.
He's spoiled,
Yeah.
because his dad's the lad, and his dad's like in charge of everything. He runs the gaff top to bottom.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get any complaints off any religious groups,
I don't give
Ted?
a shit. I don't care. Stick your fucking nativity up your flange.
I do care, because I'm a good Catholic boy. You get free water, free wine, and you get little biscuits, class.
You'll get a free cuddle off our priest.
I used to get many a free cuddle off him.
Well,
It was
we won't
class.
go into that.
Until I fell asleep after having a bit of a drink of his wine. I'd always wake up in a funny situation, but we won't talk about that.
Anyway, Mala, that's enough about nativities and stuff like that. Tick that box now. It's what the viewers want. Let's get into the nitty gritty. You've come up with a great experience for people who go to the Boro matches, and I am enthralled about this, Mala. I really am.
Right.
Tell us about it.
I need everybody to get in the spirit of going to the Boro match here.
Right, okay.
As you know, we are Boro, we are proud, aren't we, Ted?
We are proud, we're Boro, yeah.
And we love it. And we do go to the games, and I know a lot of you see me there, and stop heckling me because I get really annoyed with it.
I never get recognised at the matches, Mal. I don't know what it is.
I know. I know why. But yeah, and I do get heckled a little bit. But some lads are good, and they're like, "Oh, Mala, how you doing?" And other lads are like, "Mala, gives a wave, you know, Ped." And I do. But still. And I was watching, like, the half-time, like... entertainment, they call it, and before, like, and sometimes, like, all the little kids, like, what they do is they have a little parade around the side of the pitch,
and they
all have
flags
the
and
flags
stuff.
and that, and there's always like this, and they're walking around, and everyone's like, "Wee," and they give them a little clap and that, and all of the mums and that are taking pictures of them. They're like, "Hey, our Bronson did a walk around the pitch, like and share on your OnlyFans, probably, right?" And all of that, and it just struck me. It just struck me what we were missing here. Right, now, I'm in charge of the Boro Entertainment, and Saturday's for kids, and isn't it? Saturday games are for kids, so 3 o'clock, keep it as it is, Ted.
Right, okay, yeah.
Right, but I'm talking about the night games.
Oh, the cold nights.
Cold nights, Tuesday night, a Wednesday night, and now the Football League's made it a sexy Friday night sometimes, and Friday night's perfect for what I want to do.
Straight to flares afterwards.
Correct. Right, so... we'll start the night. Everyone will open the Boro up so we can all have a big booze. Right. So all the bars are open and it's pound a pint. Because let's get wrecked. Do you know what I mean? Let's get wrecked in the Boro first.
That could be the motto. Go to the Boro match. Let's get wrecked.
Let's get wrecked. Yeah. Pound a pint, right? Then all the lights can go on. You know what I mean? And then what? My lover's got no money. He's got his strong beliefs.
Oh, a bit of Gala.
Like a bit of Gala.
Yeah.
Free From Desire starts playing, right? Then from the tunnel just comes out a parade being led by like the same people that lead out the kids.
Hang on. Can the song suddenly change to Mr. McGool, you may be blind, but I can still see you. I'm in a right eye for mood.
They probably need to do that. They probably need to do that on the way round because these what I've got an idea is going to take a while. Right. So then they start the parade of the Offshore Mams.
What?
Right. This is going to be like all the Offshore Mams. Do you know what I mean, don't you? Like they're there in all the shit up Prada gear and all that.
Juicy leggings across the bum with the word juicy.
They're going out on a Wednesday night, right? All on a Friday night. They're going down Yam and all the lads are away. So what they're going to do is a little bit of a cattle parade, and they've got Free From Desire playing, and they're all walking around the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And all the lads are like, well, looking at them going, well, and they're giving them a wave and stuff. And maybe they have a little battle or that. I don't know yet, Ted. I haven't decided what they're going to do.
Oh, they've got the little handbags, they're all
Well,
glammed up, fur coats, juicy leggings.
Free From Desire.
Uggs, they've
Crossing
got the
the
Uggs on.
Yeah, well, they've got Uggs on. It's going to be class.
And then what do we do? Do we raffle them off or something?
Well, no, but all the lads can be like, and like they could even hold up signs like, I'm going to go to the Black Bull later. Do you know what I mean? The lads would be like, well, I should be in the Black
And
Bull.
my daughter been commentating going, yeah, we've got Chantel here from Darmanstown. She is looking proper class tonight. Like, she's got a fair coat on from Primark. Lads bought her a class female Breitling watch there. She's paraded around. You can see the red faction have all got proper stonkers on about it. She will be out tonight in Yam. She'll be piping anyone off if anyone's interested. That is class.
Well, like, that's what it'd be. Even the lads with the drums could be like, do, slags, do.
What do we want? Offshore Mams. When do we want them? Now.
But there is loads of offshore mums go to the games, and you know what you mean, girls. So don't give me this like, oh, you're being dead sexist. Hey, have you never seen the show before? Well, we're new show now, aren't we? So they probably haven't.
Can we have them on the big screen as well?
God, the cameras. That'd be it. But you know when you go to a Friday night game, loads of the girls go ready, dressed up to go out tonight, and it's quite noticeable. All the lads are just in the normal gear, and all the birds are like proper full on high heels and makeup done and hair done because they're going straight out on the lash afterwards.
And it doesn't have to be offshore mums, it can just be offshore wives. There can be mums as well. But yeah, we don't want the mums of offshore workers. We've got to be don't get confused there. We don't want the mums of offshore workers. We want the partners and girlfriends and wives of offshore workers. Some of them might be mums.
This is why, Ted, that's a Mallorism, that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I call everyone's wife from offshore an offshore mum.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're not mums, it's just the way I...
Mal's arse maid.
It's just what I do. I can't help it.
Yeah. So yeah, offshore women paraded. We all have a little look on the big screen at them like that, and then we have a little notepad as well. You get a Boro notepad, it's your offshore mum scorecard, and you make little notes, and you go, well, I'm going to be looking out for her later on wearing that troop shell suit. I don't know, back in the 90s, didn't I?
What I could imagine though, Ted, is like sometimes the lads will be there that are like attached to the offshore wives or mums, and they'll like get pissed off with all the lads shooting, and they'll jump over and they'll start offering people, because everyone knows offshore people are the hardest people in the world, and they'll jump out and they'll be like, well, yeah, do you know what I mean? Do you even have a Breitling? Who are you? And they'll be like shouting at people in the audience, you know, like footballers do when they're getting a bit of grief.
Yeah.
And it'll be class. And then even like all the Boro lads could even line up and just think, well, yeah, she's good bit, that good bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This works all the way around. You know, this is a flawless thing, and it'll start getting picked up, and maybe we'll get on Match of the Day more. I know we're not on Match of the Day because we're in the Championship, but still, they might put us on as a special. And let's have a look. Let's go to the Boro now for the Offshore Mams Parade.
Yeah.
Class.
Imagine it. I was just imagining it, sorry there, yeah. I went into my own little world there. I was imagining like a bit of a three-way with like two offshore mums, and they're both fighting over me, and started ripping the clothes off each other and stuff like that, and they're just left down to the bare jewellery, and then one of them sort of sits on my head and the other one sits on me, and I just, fucking get in there, you bastard.
That can't be comfortable sitting on your head. I mean, is he sat sideways so you're squashed in?
Like this.
I know what you're doing there, Ted. Yeah, sorry.
I'll take my glasses off.
That's handsome look, that, Ted. Is that what she sees? Oh, she wouldn't be able to see now because she's sat on your head, will she?
She won't be able to see anything. She won't be able to see anything, but she'll be able to feel a little nip.
You're not allowed to say that nowadays,
No.
Ted.
I do with it. But it's a little nipper.
It's like a mole rat.
Yeah.
Go and do it again. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It might look disgusting, but it feels like you're on top of the world.
Well, she's on top of something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Oh, Mala. I think we'll keep this one short and sweet this week, Mala. You know what I mean? Are you hanging around, or are you?
Ted, I've got to get off.
Oh.
I've got to get off. The Boro have been in touch. I've just added to, my telephone machine.
Yeah.
Like, they've been in touch. They're happy with the concept. They just want to talk about the music, so I better get off.
Right,
Apparently, Cotton Eye Joe is going to be a big one. See you later, people. See you later, Ted.
See you, Mala. See you there. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married long time ago. Mala loves that song. Thank you very much for tuning into the Ted Hanky Podcast. I nearly called it something else there, but I didn't because I'm training my brain now. But yeah, just have a great Christmas, you know what I mean? Enjoy yourselves. If you've got no plans for New Year's Eve, there's a massive 80s themed New Year's Eve party here at the Warehouse Kitchen and Bar, Preston Farm Industrial Estate. You get food, you get 80s entertainment, class music, disco, be loads of flange. So have a look on the Warehouse website. I'll put the link down there as well. They are the cool sponsors of this podcast. If anyone out there is watching and does want to sponsor the podcast, we're open to offers. Do you know what I mean? Get in touch, drop me an email at info@tedhanky.com. We want to get some sponsors on here. If you're local to Teesside or further afield, let's see what we can flesh out, because I'll be honest, we need some money. But it'd be good to get your brand out there to our millions of viewers, you know what I mean? We are the multi-million pound, I won't say it. But yeah, thanks very much. Have a great week. And as per usual, up the Boro and believe, yeah.